Tanya, we've been doing technology planning for years, but really with your leadership here, we've developed a new model that we're calling TechEvolution that really gets the entire district involved in the process in a way that we've already implemented and seems to be very, very effective at getting participant buy-in, identifying the key skills, the things that we really do want to address in a technology plan, the gaps, the strengths, the funding issues, the replacement cycle, the teacher professional development, the parent support. It really, this TechEvolution planning service from NWOET really seems to check all of the boxes. I really believe that. I'm a little bit biased perhaps in that, but tell us about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you said, it's a combination of everything that we have done over the years. It's kind of like all those things tweaked and perfected, but all available together. So we've always done consultations with people to see what they're doing already in their district. And
usually it's been the tech coordinator, certainly, probably, some of the administrators. What's really different, I think, about this is the way it really gives an opportunity for everyone, for the teachers, the tech curricular,
right,
the curriculum director, for everybody to have their voice. Maybe one of the best things to do is just watch the video. It's about a 3-minute video here, and for the overall view, and we can talk a little bit about the different parts, how you bring people in to have them, share their pluses and minuses, their concerns, their joys, and their future needs, and then what documents will be developed based on that.
Yeah, I can definitely start that video and show it now if you'd like.
In this video, we will show you how NWOET can help evolve your classroom technology into the future. NWOET is a nonprofit ed tech agency supported in part by the Ohio Department of Education, grants, and memberships from school districts like yours. Free services for NWOET basic members include a workshop in your district on any tech topic, over 100 free PD videos created by NWOET, and a second opinion for you, your tech staff, and your administrators on any classroom topic, anytime. We provide educators with professional development in your district, live online PD videos so teachers can learn what they need to know as they earn PD hours online anytime, and technology planning, which is the focus later on in this video. What makes NWOET different? Our professional staff, including consultants, are all licensed teachers. All have at least 5 years classroom teaching experience using technology, and each has earned a master's degree or PhD in education. In addition to our other services, NWOET also provides all districts with a free 2-hour tech planning consultation to help you evolve your classroom technology, with a full range of planning options to NWOET member districts who select a paid service. Our TechEvolution service starts with a conversation between NWOET and your teachers, administrators, and technical support staff, meeting separately for about 1 hour by group with teacher representatives, administrators, and tech support staff. We'll discuss what's working, where each feels more support is needed, and what each sees as the future of classroom technology. We'll help you develop a list of all of your paid classroom software programs, as well as the free software and online resources which your curriculum director and teachers identify as being effective in helping students meet learning objectives. We'll also help you review your tech equipment replacement cycle and your help desk and online support process for both in-school and at-home use of district-provided technology. Based on our conversations and other data gathered, we'll provide you with a Power PD report outlining current and future recommendations for classroom technology professional development, a technology brag report with a timeline showing ways in which you are already involving the use of classroom technology into a robust instructional tool, and also technology tweaks developed after discussion with administrators and tech support which includes a bulleted list of items to help your tech evolution. If you'd like to know more about NWOET free and paid services which help your classroom tech evolution, including our paid plans which include up to 100 hours of direct in-district support, as well as how you can benefit from our free services, including online video PD, call or email us today.
What I really liked about this plan, because I wasn't involved in a lot of the actual steps and everything, but planning, is that I was never an administrator, but to have the teachers be able to actually talk about how technology is being implemented in their district from their viewpoint, things that are good, things that are bad, anonymously, or you said confidentially. And
Yeah, confidentially. I mean, we
Right.
want to meet with them face to face. Well, I
right,
mean, we'll take written comments and completely confidential, anonymous submissions, which sometimes happen with problems. They don't want to know, they don't want the administration knowing who they are. We will accept those. But what's really unique, I think, one of the unique things is, in 1 hour, face to face with teachers at the various grade levels or content areas, getting you a chance to say, hey, what's working and what do you need?
Exactly. Yeah. And if in those meetings, so that's the first step, the collaboration, where you're having meetings with everybody. We've always had meetings with, superintendents, principals to say, like, what are you looking for? But this is a more in-depth conversation where it is separate with the individual departments and or individual people in the district. So we could meet with your K3 wing, we could meet with your 4-6, we could meet with all of your elementary or each elementary building at a time, all the principals or just the elementary principals or just the principal of this building. It just depends on what is, requested or wanted. And then if you don't want to meet with a group and voice your opinion in front of a group of teachers, then most definitely have that private conversation. And I think we're really good, Roger, at not using names and just.
We are extremely careful about that. So, if you're an administrator and you want to know exactly who said everything, this isn't the plan for you, because we allow and encourage people to, speak openly about what their needs, what's working, and what they'd like to see.
Yeah, and it's been proven over and over again that if people feel like they're being heard or involved in the process of improvement, that they'll be more invested in that process. And that includes the professional development, where professional development right now may not be as successful because the teachers don't feel like they're involved. They don't feel like they have a say in it. Or the technology tools that they're using, the type of board that they're getting for their class, or the type of device that is being implemented within the district, the resources that are being purchased. And that's where the whole thing is, where we start the conversation and we talk to all of those different aspects, even the classified staff, to find out what kind of things are, maybe in the bus garage, maybe the athletic department, which things are annoying to your existing in that and working through that program. Like, maybe there's a better program out there. Maybe we'll get you connected with another district that their program that they use to schedule umpires or pay bus drivers or whatever. There's different programs out there, and we want to find the best thing for you.
And I think that's honestly one of the advantages NWOET brings to this project. We work with in total over 100 school districts. In any given year, we're actively involved with 30 or 40 or 50 different districts. So we see a lot of the same problems, and we see some very creative solutions that we're able to share once we know what your district's goal, what your building's goals, what your teachers' goals are. I did want to throw in one other thing too. We have these reports, we really are confidential with it. We've actually had people who've participated in this process contact us afterwards, and they say, hey, I saw my suggestion there, but my name wasn't listed. And we say, yeah, that's right. We don't list names. This isn't who said what. This is what feedback, what's working, what what is needed in the district, and I mean, sometimes they can figure out who said what. Of course, if a principal says, well, in my building, I need a security camera in the basketball court, it's not going to be too hard to say who said that. But for the most part, again, our goal is to, what is it that's working and what, frankly, needs improved.
Right. And it's not a competition, it's a collaboration, and it's working towards, solving the issues so there's no contention, so, but after the one thing that I don't think a lot of people get deep into would be the evaluation portion of this. We talk to the teachers, and it's just like doing research. You put down all the facts and the things and the words and the he said, she said, you put all that down on a piece of paper, and then you go and you look at the true data, like which programs are being purchased, which are free, how many teachers are using this program. You're spending $15,000 on this and only 2 teachers are using it. So we started to dig deeper into the things, like white, certain interactive boards. They're not even white anymore, they're TVs, but this certain board, the teachers don't have it installed. Well, we look into, are they paying that vendor for instruction? Are they paying them for installation? So we dig deeper into that to make sure that it's going to work with what the teachers' complaints are and try to fix those things. And that's where the interpretation comes in at the end, where we look at all this data and we decide on a plan. Oh, these are the things you're doing really well. Let's post something in the local newspaper or on Facebook, on the webpage for the school district to brag about you. Get that brag report out there to show that you're doing some really good things. Even hold a press night with your community and your parents and all that kind of stuff, board meetings. But then also we come up with a plan of how to save you more money, how to use your money and your funds more efficiently to buy the programs that the teachers are using and the teachers really need. And then we can
Judy, you may want to talk to this just a little bit, because I know you're working with districts. We had a talk just this morning, some districts that are buying, and I'll say it openly, Learn 360 video streaming. And you're taking a look at their data and you're saying, you know what, it makes sense that they don't renew this. And full disclosure, NWOET gets a little bit of a commission when Learn 360 video streaming is purchased, but we don't want you buying something if you're not using it. And Judy, just talk about that for a minute, would you please?
Well, yes, I mean, in some districts, we're thinking, after looking at the data, that maybe 1 or 2 teachers are using it. And I think it is in their best interest to know what they're spending money on is being used. And
they might be better off buying an individual teacher license, or in some instances, they're spending, they're using so little material that they're spending literally hundreds or even thousands of dollars for, a half dozen views a year.
Exactly.
Well, then also with that data, let me spin it the other way. We know that only 2 teachers are using that. Maybe we need to put that in their PD action plan. Maybe the teachers don't know that resource exists. Maybe the teachers don't know how that resource how to use it in their classroom, how to integrate it.
Yes.
So we could also offer that. And that's part of the Power Action PD plan that comes from this TechEvolution as well, where we can look at, only 2 teachers are using this, but why are they not using it? The teachers may say, I need something to annotate PDFs with my students, but they don't know that they have a notability contract for all the teachers, or we tell them, and then the teacher's like, well, I know we have that, but I don't know how to use it. So we put that in their PD action plan and then utilize those dollars better. And if they don't need it, then like you said, if only 2 people want to use that program, then buy a teacher license, eliminate all the additional costs, but we can figure that out for you. That's the point of talking to the teachers, looking at the true data, the treasure report of what's being purchased. And we found out also at districts that this person's buying something over here. The curriculum director in this building is buying something, but the athletic director is buying something over here.
They both do the same thing.
Right. And then the
Like
principal's over here and buying that thing, when we can take all of that and say, well, we got 3 different programs that do the same thing that 3 departments are using. we go from spending $36,000 down to maybe only spending $12,000 because we're utilizing just one program to do that. So it's
again, on teacher input and curriculum director input, so important to this. Tech coordinators, and hey, I was a district tech coordinator for over 7 years. I understand the trials and frustrations of that. I really do. But you're making your best decisions, but you can make better decisions with this teacher input, and looking at your device replacement cycle when you buy the next set. What is it do you want? And it's not just the device itself. Are we going to do Chromebooks? Are we going to use Windows? Are we going to use iPads? But it's also the cases that you put them in. How are the teachers using them? And what's going to be effective to help minimize damage? And that's something that almost every district is working with, and we can help you take a look at that. And again, something that NWOET brings to this mix is we work with a lot of different districts, and so we've got a pretty good feel of what a damage rate should be on your devices. And I mean, there's always going to be some repair costs for sure, but we take a look, and if you see you're getting 25, 30, 40% of your machines coming back with damage every year, again, we can take a look at it and say, hey, there's districts that are doing, less than half that in terms of annual repairs. Let us talk to you about some of the strategies that they use and see if it might work for your district. So, again, a complete package from, saving money on devices, ultimately always focused on making sure it's a good classroom experience that supports learning.
Exactly. Yeah. And one of the districts that I'm doing TechEvolution with now, we cleaned up all of their inventory based on my experience with another district. They're using a different ticketing system and a different inventory, which is one program. Before they were using a Google Sheet. Now they're using one-to-one, and it's allowing them to eliminate the clunkiness of them using their library system to keep inventory and tickets and all these other things that they were trying to make their library checkout system do. But also from all of these things, we're creating, through the conversations with teachers and working with the teachers, the alignment, whether it be curriculum, and this is, I don't think I've shared this with you yet, Roger. It's amazing the conversations we're having with teachers, because all of a sudden we have this cross-curricular thing that's happening and we didn't plan it. It just came up in a conversation, and then we figured out how to get 5 teachers to work together to work on their space standards. And I'm like, why weren't they doing that before? But now we're doing it. And now we're taking it across to the other buildings. So we're going from what technology things are we doing in this building, but how can we prepare these students to be ready for the next building that they're going to go into? And so it's turned into kind of like this curriculum alignment / tech alignment to make things work a little bit smoother at that district.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a brochure on TechEvolution. We'll be glad to send that out. Any district will be glad to spend a couple hours talking with you about your technology planning needs and goals. That's not 2 hours of a sales pitch on why to have us do TechEvolution. I mean, it's going to be, Frank, look, this is where you're at. I mean, sure, we're going to tell you what else we could do in the future, but it's just sitting down with superintendent or the leadership team, curriculum and principal team, whatever works for you, and saying, what are your goals for using technology in your curriculum? What are the challenges you're facing? And, we're glad to talk with you about those and offer some suggestions. The full TechEvolution service, depending on your district size, how many buildings you have, one building district might take just perhaps 2 or 3 days in the building. And then we work on the data for a while and come back to you typically, a few weeks later. If you're a multi-building district, it might take a month or two to do the collaboration meetings in each of the dozen different buildings, and be a 2 or 3 month process. So that's kind of the time frame in general that we're looking at, anywhere from a couple weeks for a small district, or a district where you have some very targeted needs you want us to look at, to 2 or 3 months for much larger districts with several thousand students and multiple elementaries and things like that. So we'll be glad to work with you on this. I think it really is we've done a lot of tech plans, probably hundreds that we have been involved with over the years. Usually are involved with probably 2 or 3 dozen tech plans every year. This process, the collaboration, the looking at the data, and the developing professional development and technology purchase plans with you, collaborating with you in that process, is the most effective that I've ever seen anywhere. And that's the truth, you know.
Well, when I was editing the TechEvolution brochure, I hope that we reach out to all comprehensive members of NWOET so that they know that, you know, we can bring that to them. Maybe they'll need more hours than what they as part of their comprehensive membership, but it can start there, and we can customize the TechEvolution plan to what their needs are.
Yeah, it's just like the software, Judy.
Schools.
Give us a call. I mean, it might not cost you anything. You maybe have already purchased services from NWOET that's going to cover the cost. It might be the 2-hour free consultation is all you need, and we certainly can, you know, give you a quote on, you know, what we think it would take based on your needs and where your district is at.
If you have any questions, all of our contact information will be at the end of the video, but also the resource link that you see on your page right now. All of the things I just said, video wise, the little video clip will be there if you want to watch it again. All of that stuff will be on that link that you see on the screen right now. So feel free to reach out to us and ask any questions in regards to the TechEvolution or any of the other services that NWOET will provide for you. That's all we have. So thank you for joining us, and we'll be in touch. We look forward to working with you.